What's good, YouTube? It's Constant. I'm back with another NBA 2k21 MyTeam video. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to win these MyTeam domination games in the easiest way possible. Now, you guys know I have a good team, a pretty good team. You know, some of you guys have better teams than me. Some of you guys have a budget squad, with not as many dark matters. I have full dark matters on my starting and bench, but it doesn't matter what's going to happen with your team because you're going to be able to score on every single play with the Hawks playbook. Now, the Hawks playbook has a play called Give 25 Hawks. I'm going to have an open cut, and I'm just going to get a layup or dunk every single play of the game, easy assist, and I'm going to be able to get 3 stars in domination light work. So all you need is a player that's a good dunker. I'm going to be using my J.R. Smith to pretty much score on every play, and yeah, that's going to be it. And I'll see you guys in the game to show you guys how it works. Alright guys, so I'm finally into the game now. I'm going to show you guys, the first thing you need to do is go to your freelance sets. And now, I forgot to put it in the settings. I'm going to show you guys this part too, so you guys are going to get all of it. I'm going to go to my offensive settings and go to freelance 1 and choose Hawks 2018. Now, you guys already have to have the Hawks playbook. If you don't have that, back out and go put the Hawks playbook on your thing, because there's a play and you want to go pick, I'm going to pick pass and screen away because it's going to call it as fast as possible. And the play is called Give 25 Hawks. This play right here. Now, you guys can literally see on this playbook, right? The shooting guard is going to get the ball and then cut to the rim. So I'm going to get this play, but I'm actually going to assign it to J.R. Smith. So he's the one cutting. But yeah, that's pretty much all it's going to be. And I'm going to give it back to J.R. if I have enough time to even get this off. We're going to have to shoot it now. Alright guys, we're running out of time in that last play, so I just reset, and I'm going to call the Hawks 2018 freelance, right? And that's just definitely going to give me a lot more space on the court. Then I'm just going to go to call the play, give 25 Hawks, and Isaiah Thomas is going to go right here. Give it to JR because he's assigned the play, right? Give it to Eddie Curry and send JR on a backcourt cut, and look at that. That's going to be an easy bucket every single time, man. Now I'm gonna keep doing it for you guys so you guys can see it's not just a fluke. But yeah, it's pretty much that easy. And what you also have to do is get stops. You guys can see we got a pretty good block right there, but I should have got the rebound. Either way, you want to get stops. Make sure you stop the computer. That's the second half. You guys can score all you want, but Hall of Fame difficulty, they have it in them to score every single play with you and beat you at the end of the game. And you start missing your shots and they start making them. Hey man, you never know what could happen, and these teams will get better as you keep going on. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep stressing that you play good defense and don't slack off, even though you can score every play. But I'm gonna call it again, and it requires me to give it to my point guard first, and then JR gets his little spacing right here. He goes, gives it to Eddie Curry, and I'm gonna send him on a little cut. And man, that's why I told you guys to get a really good dunker, because J.R. Smith is just super explosive, and he was just guarded by that pink diamond J.R. Smith, who is definitely not going to stop him. And the crazy thing is, what you really want to look for is a backdoor cut. I'm going to show you guys what the backdoor cut looks like. I'm going to call the play with Isaiah Thomas. So J.R.'s in position right here. Alright. Call the play. Come on, J.R., get in position. Give it to Eddie Curry. You want to send JR on a backdoor cut behind Curry just like that, so there's no chance of him blocking it. And the way you do that is by giving the ball back to your center and running a little bit to the left. I'll show you guys again in this next play. I'm going to keep repeating it so you guys get the play down and know exactly how to pull it off, because there's going to be times where they're really good players can adjust to the play and might be able to stop you. But if you know how to run it right, that'll never happen. Now, I'm going to give it to JR right here. Once I give it to Curry, I'm going to run to the left, and it's going to make that other JR slack a little bit. Now, I didn't do it well on that play because I spent too long trying to explain it to y'all, but I'm going to do it full speed. But as soon as Eddie Curry's in position to catch the ball, I'm going to have to pass it, or he's going to slack down. He's only going to stay there for a few seconds, so just pay attention to that. You have to time it right here, run to the right, send JR on a cut, and pretty much every time you run to that side, the other JR isn't going to be able to catch him at the basket because you're cutting off his angle. So you'll be able to score every single time. And J.R. Smith is a really good defender as well. If you have if you have an out of position player, say a Kevin Durant at shooting guard, Ben Simmons, a card like that, come on, there's no chance another shooting guard is going to be able to stop you. So keep that in mind, and yeah, you're going to be able to score just non-stop. I'm going to keep running it for you guys until the first quarter is over so you guys get it, but man, this play is going to make the game real easy. And to be honest, I feel like I don't even need the play. I could just score on the Hall of Fame because my team is solid. But if you have, I could do this with like bronze cards. Like, let's be real. Maybe not bronze cards, but like ruby cards. Eddie Curry send the cut. Just the whole court is so wide open, man. Like, it's not even a problem. Like, I could do this in my sleep. I could watch some Netflix. I could listen to music, just chill in my room, you know, beating these domination games, and I don't even have to worry about it, man. And look, I have sharpshooting takeover. My team is just going crazy. Let me just give it Isaiah Thomas and knock a 3 down. Now, this is the good thing. It takes the pressure off. I scored on pretty much every play, so yeah, my team is just on fire right now. We missed that shot with the takeover, but hey, man, I'm not worried at all. If anything, I'll just run the play again. We're playing some great defense, even though Isaiah Thomas cannot get a stop, but we're going to run the play again. See the double team, right? That's the one thing I almost forgot about, the double team. Now, because J.R. Smith has been scoring so much, they're going to want to double team him, and you have to just call the play. You really have to try to avoid this. You don't want him to have the ball at all until you call the play. You never want to give him the ball. Oh, I gave him the ball on accident. But yeah, let me call the play. JR's just cutting immediately. All right, that pretty much you don't want to give him the ball before the play happens, or they're gonna double team him and you might turn it over. They're not gonna double team him by the time he's cutting to the basket. He's gonna dunk the ball within a few seconds every time. That's why this play works the best for people who want to get those 3 stars, because every assist is giving you bonus points. Every slam dunk giving you bonus points. So that's a good thing. But you also want to make sure you take at least like 10 3-pointers and try to make at least 5 free throws. That'll help you super big time. And JR almost got the wrong cutter right there, but man, that J.R. Smith is just unstoppable. 14-14. Now, in a game where I played better defense, like here right now, I'm not really focusing because I'm talking to y'all. I'm trying to explain this. In a game where I play better defense, I would definitely be winning right now. And if I just took some threes when I needed to, you don't have to run the play every play. I feel like if you run it every play, it might put you at a disadvantage. You're not flowing properly. And once it stops working, you're not going to be in a good flow. So keep that in mind. But that's going to be it for this. Thanks for